sure that we are aware of. And yes, we know day map is down. So if we go to our teams doodad, we've got this here, and one that I prepared earlier. We've got our area of a triangle. Takes a while to update. How do I make it bigger? All right, that'll do. So we recall that with non-right angle trig, we have very fancy labeling. So A, capital A, represents our angle. Capital B represents our other angle, capital C, and then we've got little a, little b, little c. All good? We should have this. Now, I invite you to either be quiet and listen or get the hell out. So with the sine rule, we've got area equals a half AB sine C, and the main thing that you need to know from that, we don't have to really know which one's A, which one's B, which one's C. What you need to know is that it's A and B, and it wraps around the angle C, okay? That's the main thing. If you know that, the rest of it's going to be a walk in the park. And one of the rules, hopefully, that we'll get to today, same sort of thing. All right, so 1 and 2, people did beautifully. When we look at find the area of triangle ABC, would you agree that you can find that one? Can we find the whole one? Yes, we can. How can we find the whole area of that triangle? And I do this to you without trying to be rude. I'm trying not to be rude by doing this to you, but it's a clue for question 3. Yes, 2 triangles, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to, could you work out this triangle? Because we've got 2 lengths and the angle in the middle, yes? So that one's a goer. Oh, I've got 2 lengths, and we'll just get the microphone over to, I could throw it to you, but no. So from the back, Luke is saying he knows. Yeah, it's a flat line. Excellent. So a straight line, we know there's 180 degrees, Sienna, in a straight line, yeah? So if this is 80 degrees, what's this angle got to be? 100. So to get the area of that whole one, it's basically 2 questions in one. So can you work out this one and then this one? I'm just going to do a little bit of prep over there, take the roll, and then we're going to have a look at 5 and 6. And then we're going to look at the last, our cosine rule. All right? So 3, don't worry about 4. 3, 5. Does everyone know what a rhombus is? What is it? Yes, it's a diamond, but it's a pushed over square. So all the sides have the same length. Excellent. A diamond with the same lengths. So attempt, draw, attempt. And I'll do them together on the board. Go. Doing question 3 now, but hopefully you've already done it. So area 1. Can you see that we've got 2 lengths and the angle in the middle? Yep. So it's just going to be, this is a half times the 2 lengths. Now you can say 7 times 8 or 8 times 7. It doesn't matter. And then we say times sine of the angle that it's wrapping around. So sine 80. Bang. We just pop that now into our calculator. So 0.5 times 7 times 8 times sine 80. 27.57. Is that simple? 27.5. Oops. Jack, you okay out there? So we've got the 2 lengths, angle in the middle. We just pump it into the calculator. We now go, hey, I'm now going to do area 2. Because I've got the two lengths, like so. The only thing I'm missing is the angle in the middle. But Luke told us there's 180 degrees. So this has to be 100 degrees. So we're not overcomplicating anything. We're just going, right, area 2 will now be a half times the two sides. Yeah? No, but you're right. 7 times 6. And now sine 100. Get your answer and don't forget to add them together. Does that make sense, kids? A pushed over square. So we're going to push that square over. Oh well, I'll live with that. Hopefully your diagram is better than mine. A rhombus had side lengths 12, 12, 12, 12. Agreed? Right, we've got an angle. Lily, shh. We've got an angle of 72 degrees. Where will I pop that? Do you think it's this one or do you think it's this one? Yeah, right. This one is more than 90. What's that called? So this one's called an acute angle. Obtuse, and then you've got reflex, flex, flex, flex. The reflex. Yeah. Sorry. Mia's going, she's not going to be in our musical. Oh, okay. More than 180 degrees is reflex. Straight line. Walking in a straight line. What is 90 degrees? That's right. Okay, so how are we going to get the area of that? Let's say we forgot the formula for, we will split it. We will find this area and then times it by 2, correct. 2, 3. So do we have to do it? That's right. I mean, we did do a unit on measurement, but they're sort of saying, they should have said use the sine rule to work out the area, but that's why I'd go per. All right. So I don't think we have to actually finish that one. It's this one that I want us to consider. So draw. I want you to write your formula. I want you to do as much as you possibly can, and then we'll finish. And pop your information in. So I'd like to think that we can at least go. So if we had got this, Sienna? Oops. Yep. This has been going up for 2 weeks. Sorry. So we've got area is a half AB sine C. So normally we don't write that formula, but we're just breaking from the mold today because we're going to pop in the information that we want. So what have we got? Triangle ABC. Ooh. We don't need to find the area. It's given us the area. Find the length of AC. So what shall we crank there? Yeah, let's do it. And now we're just going to slap our information into our formula. So instead of writing A for area, we actually know what that is, don't we? So instead of A, we're going to write? No. Look, it tells you area is 20. So we're putting, that's the 20, right? The half is in the formula, so we pop that there. We should know, Pippa, A and B, they're your two lengths that make up the angle, correct? So do we know what our A and B are? X and 8. Are you okay if I write 8 and then times X? It doesn't matter if you write times X times 8. And then times sine of our angle. What is our angle? 99. Not 86, but 99. Get smart. Correct? Cleo, I want to get to X. So I have to undo all the stuff that's happening to it. So I have to do times and times. How do I get rid of, undo a times? Divide. That was divide if you couldn't hear. So we divide, and we're going to divide. You listen to that, Mace? We're going to divide the other side. So we're keeping the 20, and we're going to go divide by all of this palaver. A half, the 8, and the sine 99. Does that make sense to you? Right? You want to get x by itself. How do I get rid of all the times? Divide. Divide. Or as some people in the class saying, divide. 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 People listening to this, sorry, we're just being silly. It's not overly pleasant, but it's going to be so nice to use. So, write this into your formula page. This is for the people listening now. And we're going to show you how to use it. It's nice. It's clearly what's happening now. We want to find the area of a triangle, but now we don't even have an angle. We don't have the vertical height. Okay, what we do have is 3 lengths. So this guy, Heron, he came up with this formula. God knows how. But he said, right, hey, if we've got at least 3 sides of a triangle, yes, we can also find the angle, the area. No, you've got the formula. You'll see now. So first things first, don't get panicky when you see this semi-perimeter. That's just find the S. And you need to do that in order to find the area using Heron's formula, right? Very simple. Add all the lengths together and divide by 2. So, Jack, the only way you can stuff this up is if you stuff up using your calculator, all right? So, we're going to go S equals, what are our lengths? 4 plus 7 plus 9, and we're going to divide that by 2. So far, I think, easy peasy. 4 plus 7 is 11. 11 plus 9. 11 plus 9 is 20 divided by 2 is 10. Okay? So, now, if you're looking at the formula, all it's saying is subtract every length from this S value. So we're going to take 4 take S, we're going to go, sorry, S take 7, S take 9, and then you're going to times it by S and square root everything. Why does it work? Well, that's not for us. That we don't need to know that. We just need to be able to use and apply the formula. So are we happy with that? We will now just go, ha ha, the area will be the square root. So it's 10. Yep, so just do it rather than talking, not pen in the air, write it. So 10 take exactly 1 length times 10 take the other length times 10 take the last length. And don't forget to square root. So it's about how you can use your calculator. Does that seem pretty simple? Just pop it in your calculator. But notice, here's where our S appeared. So we just did Heron, I think. I don't know if I paused it or not. So 2A and 2C, please. Thank you. So I know, technically this is only our second rule, right? The area rule, we had to go over that a little bit because people had not done their homework. So do your homework and we'd be fine. And also, wasn't your fault because day map also went down, right? So we've refreshed area of a triangle. And remember, when we did area of a triangle using the sine rule, what did we say? We needed, oh, come on. Right, we needed the 2 lengths that surround the angle, yeah? So, when we now going to look at this one, so this is called your cosine rule. This we're going to use to find an unknown length. So I need people listening. That's everybody, thank you. Now, it looks like a crazy formula. It will always be given to you. And if you have a look, once again on this side, we've got BC. So, looks crazy, but watch. We got B, we got C, and guess what? We need the angle in the middle. So you're never going to have to label the triangle A, B, C. You just have to make sure, Luke and Pippa, that you have 2 lengths and the angle in the middle. Luke and Pippa, eyes this way, please. Put your pens down and I want you to look this way and listen. You weren't just then. Okay, 2 lengths, angle in the middle. The length that we find is always opposite the angle that you have, right? So you should already have this triangle written on your notes page. Remember we said we're adding 3 rules altogether. I forgot Heron, so technically it's 4. So you've got your area of a triangle, you've got Heron's, and now you're adding this one. And yes, it looks... What did I just say? You're adding this to your notes page. So do you think that means write it down? I think yes, it does. So you should already have a triangle drawn from your sign rule. Add this to it, please. Full triangle here. You can see that we have 2 lengths and we've got the angle in the middle, right? So when we apply our formula, notice we're not going to go A, B, C. We're just going to go, this is the one we want, and we know it's opposite our angle. Oui? It equals the 2 lengths squared. Does it matter if you put 12 squared plus 8 squared or 8 squared plus 12 squared? No, doesn't matter. Square the 2 lengths, add them together, and then you go minus 2 times those 2 lengths times cos of the angle. You should have this written somewhere and you're just following it, right? Just following. Is that bad? Right? This will give you x squared. I don't want x squared. How do we get rid of a squared? You square root. Now, we want to practice this, how you put it into your calculator in a minute. You can type in what you see and have square root over it. I like to use my answer key. So I'll give you a minute. You might want to play, see if you can get that answer. If you can, all is well.